Right now, Madison schools struggling to provide meals to their students. We check in on where the pinch point is. And our reality check series continues this election season as we hold both sides accountable for their ads and whether they're accurate.
And fall is only 7 days away. I'll let you know if the temperatures will feel like fall or feel like summer.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide. Chris Stanford has the morning off. If you're driving anywhere this morning, you're going to want to keep an eye out for the fog that's out there. Greg, it's going to burn off at some point and the sun's going to return.
Yeah, it will. It's not too terribly bad out there right now to let you know, but there are some spots that do have some fog that's sitting around. And right now, it's really to the south of Madison right now. Mineral Point down to the 1.5 miles, 3 miles, Platteville up to 4 miles. Janesville's still sitting at a quarter too. And obviously, there's a dense fog advisory if you go even further south too. So some of these areas will still like that, and you might see more pop-up areas of reduced visibility through the next couple hours. And then thereafter, once the sun rises, we should see improvement. So if you're out there, just be cautious of where you're driving. Mid-50s around the Dane County area, then more low 60s out to the west. We're cooler basically to the east and warmer to the west. If we zoom in here, kind of just a uniform temperature right now overall. We're kind of in the upper 50s right now for all locations around Dane County right now. We did get down to like 54 at Madison, so still kind of chilly, but overall not bad. Bus forecast as we look today should be good to go conditions, and we get up to about 70 midday and then 77, 78 as you go home. So current conditions 56 degrees, 53 dew point, things to know. And then as we saw, we're going to get up to about 73 by noon, climbing to a temperature about 78, 79. So overall, just remember, fog this morning, warm conditions through about Tuesday, and then thunderstorm chances coming back in Friday night through Sunday.
All right, we'll check in back with you in about 10 minutes, Greg, to hear more about that weekend forecast. Thank you very much. Continuing coverage now on Madison's struggle to provide students lunch. The district says it is meeting nutritional requirements, but admits a lack of kitchen staff means there isn't much variety. Between breakfast and lunch combined, Madison serves 150,000 meals a week. Many parents say their kids are getting the same thing to eat every day. Studies show undernourished kids have a harder time learning, concentrating, getting better grades, and often have behavioral problems. The school district and parents we've talked to both confirm that a lack of quality lunches is a problem here.
I think that's extremely bothersome. I think that nutrition is such an important part of childhood and I mean just life in general. So if they're not getting a full nutritious meal, then I mean what's the point of it? Why are they being forced to come here and sit through a lunch and then parents aren't even being told about it?
Madison schools told us the staff shortage really caught them on their heels here. They're working hard to play catch up. But for many parents, this logistical nightmare should have been solved before the school year. Because in some cases, if kids don't get an adequate lunch at school, they won't get one at all. On the UW campus this morning, police are searching for a suspect who they say inappropriately touched and even slapped people while driving around on a scooter. Take a look at these pictures. This gentleman right here, police say he was driving around on campus and downtown, again, slapping people while on his scooter. Police ask anybody who might have seen something to contact them. That phone number is right there on your screen. It's also on channel3000.com. And a major moment scheduled for the UW campus this morning. Campus leaders will join members of the Ho-Chunk Nation to fly the nation's flag. It's going to go up for 6 weeks total this fall. The goal here is to educate the campus community about the ancestral home of the Ho-Chunk Nation. This is ahead of Indigenous Peoples Day in October and Native American Heritage Month in November. Both Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin and the Ho-Chunk Nation president will give remarks today. The flag raising starts at 10 this morning. And traffic in Columbia County about to get a little bit smoother for anybody using that commute over there. A roundabout connecting highways 51, 22, and 60 opens today. This is in the North Leeds area. Roadwork started back in May, so it's been a long summer for folks driving over there. Previously, they had to navigate a number of intersections to get through the area. Now all 3 highways going to be connected with that roundabout. Looks pretty good. To campaign 2022 now, we continue our look at the political ads hitting the airwaves, this time on the issue of abortion. There are a handful of similar ads running in TV markets around the state. They're criticizing Tim Michels for his stance on abortion. Our political reporter Will Keneally has this reality check.
We're taking a look at this ad airing in Madison.
First, we found out that radical Tim Michels supports Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban.
That's true. Tim Michels says his stance mirrors that of the 1849 law, which only allows for abortions if the mother's life is at risk. Doctors who perform abortions would also be jailed under that law.
Now we found out his foundation funds a group working to outlaw birth control.
That's partly false. We found out that his foundation donated to branches of pro-life groups dedicated to doing outreach. But according to their websites, those branches don't lobby for changes in state law. Instead, they do things like create campus pro-life groups or train people to stand outside abortion clinics and dissuade people from going inside.
And his family foundation funds a group that uses cell phone data to track women if they go to abortion centers.
So that's true. The foundation is in his parents' name, but Michaels is a trustee. That foundation donated funds to the Veritas Society. They offer a marketing strategy for conservative groups that will target pro-life ads to women considering abortions. Part of how they target those women is by using location data of women who travel to abortion clinics. So why run the ad? This was bought by a Democratic-aligned PAC, and abortion has been a key issue for Democrats this election. But where do Wisconsinites stand? A recent Marquette poll shows that most, 65% of Wisconsinites, think abortion should be legal in most or all cases. If you break that down by party, Michaels is squarely in the Republican PAC. With this reality check, I'm Will Keneally.
Now, Will is keeping a close eye on political ads and will continue to put them through our reality check during the election season. You can watch his past reports and keep an eye on future checks on both parties on channel3000.com. Well, hey, if you're looking for Wisconsin's best tasting water, Menasha apparently the place to go. They won the title of best tasting tap water in Wisconsin at a conference at the Monona Terrace this week. Judges tasted water from across the state and awarded points for color, odor, and taste. The Menasha utility brings water to the Menasha area as well as the village of Fox Crossing. It's pulled from Lake Winnebago. About 2 million gallons are used there every day.
Wisconsin utilities have a very high percentage that meet all drinking water quality standards. We're really blessed with the quantity and quality of water that we have across Wisconsin, which many states don't have and are really struggling with.
Menasha now moves on to represent Wisconsin and compete to be North America's best tasting tap water. That competition is held in Toronto in June of next year. So 6:06 on your Thursday. Coming up, a local high school hoping to make history with their volleyball program. More on that coming up.
And Forward Madison Week continues in the 6:08. Coming up, we are live with one of the coaches working on some skills here, Bree Stevens Field. Stick around.
Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
The Socialist Squad led the charge to defund the police and eliminate bail for dangerous felons. Now violent crime is surging in Wisconsin.
More people have been killed in Milwaukee this year than in any previous year.
Mandela Barnes attacked the Kenosha police and incited more violence.
The officer's deadly actions attempted to take a person's life in broad daylight. This felt like some sort of vendetta.
Mandela Barnes, dangerously liberal on crime.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Raising healthy children takes a village, and kids thrive when their village is healthy too.
SSM Health and News 3 Now are helping you unlock a healthier world with our Time for Kids Keys to Health campaign. We'll show you how sustainable choices create healthier lifestyles, explore the impacts of food security on families,
and share ways we can help build a healthy community together. So join us on air, online, and in your village.
And take time for kids.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, now during truck season, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
My gosh, you look great. Thanks to you, I lost 22 pounds. And I lost 40 pounds by signing up with Jenny Craig.
Max Up is Jenny's most effective program ever.
Now I'm looking and feeling like myself again. Jenny works.
Is someone trying to steal your Butterfinger this Halloween? Call the PFI. No one lays a finger on your Butterfinger.
First, we found out that radical Tim Michaels supports Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban.
But you wouldn't support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct.
Now we found out his foundation funds a group working to outlaw birth control and ban abortion, even to save the life of the mother. And his family foundation funds a group that uses cell phone data to track women if they go to abortion centers. Vote no on radical Tim Michaels.
Get up to 50% off list prices or more at our Labor Day mattress sale at Slumberland Furniture. Like this special purchase Sealy Posturepedic for just $5.99, or this ultra firm Sealy Posturepedic for $10.99. For your easiest shopping ever, Slumberland Furniture.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. It's our final day of Forward Madison Week in the 608. Josh Breider joins us live back once again on Breese-Stevens Field this morning. I saw that goal in the last 10 minutes here, Josh. That was impressive.
I was hoping you did. I'm like, I hope she didn't miss that. Like, hey, Mom, did you see I scored this morning out here at Breese-Stevens Field? Hey, we're having a heck of a time. This has been such a fun week as we've been highlighting Forward Madison all week long. Today's our final day, and of course, they had to get me on the field for a little bit of action. One of the assistant coaches, JP, up early with us this morning. JP, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh. How you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Hey, this has been a fun week. This has been a fun season for you guys really out here, and there's still plenty of time for people to come check you out yet.
Yeah, there's still 3 more home games. We played North Carolina and CFC this weekend, 5 o'clock on Saturday, and we've got 3 more home games after that. I think the following weekend, we play in between in Fresno, but then the following weekend we're at home against Tormenta, off a week, and then we play that final game at home, I believe, on the 8th, and that's against Richmond. So 3 more home games,
yeah,
5 total.
Plenty of time, and I know family night is coming up this Saturday, so you're really welcoming everyone. And this really is a sport that all ages can come out and be a part of.
Yeah, the environment here is fantastic. It's fan-friendly. There's a lot of stuff that goes on here. We've broken the record a couple times for the highest attendance in club history this season, and we're hoping to do it again this weekend.
All right, so JP, I missed my goal last half hour, but you saw I did score there.
I did see it.
Going into break.
I did see it.
You also have some more skills we're going to work on here. So what are we going to do?
So we're going to do a little bit of passing.
Okay.
So you're going to receive off of a defender. You're going to unmark yourself from the defender to get free for the pass. I'll demo it initially.
All right.
We're going to play that first touch away from the defender, and then we're going to play into that goal. That goal can actually symbolize a real goal, or it can symbolize one of your teammates.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Okay, perfect. I'll leave that with you to start off with.
So that's the defender right there.
That's the defender.
Okay.
I'm going to unmark myself and get free. You're playing to me. We take that touch into open space and play into the goal.
Seems pretty easy.
Yep. It takes a little time to get used to with the timing of it.
All right.
When I first touch the ball to move it is when you're going to unmark yourself.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Play, you're unmarking.
Yep.
Play into your foot, touch in front of you, and now into the goal. Yes! Fantastic.
I made it.
You couldn't have been better with that. You hit it perfectly into the corner.
That's what, I grew up playing hockey in Minnesota, so we were always like aiming for the corners to get the goalie, right? Well, JP, hey, thanks so much. If people haven't been able to come out and watch for Madison, what would be your reason to have them come out here right now?
Again, it's the environment. And it's because it's a team that really embraces the community. We're very community-based, and we enjoy having those people around. We've been out doing clinics and camps all over the city, and we'd love to have their support this weekend.
Awesome. Well, JP, thanks so much. Getting better every single time, right?
Yes, you are, Josh. Yes, you are.
Appreciate it. Well, what do you think, Leah? I think every time I come out here, I'm doing a little bit better. A nice little pipe there for you. In hockey, we used to always love the sound of the crossbar in particular. It always made a really nice sound there. But, yeah, some good TV for you this morning.
We started clapping in the studio. We were super excited here. I forgot. You did play hockey, so there appears to be at least a little bit of crossover there, huh?
There's a little bit of relation, but yeah, some of it's a little bit, the footwork's a little different when you're on actual feet and not, you're on feet, but I don't have skates on, so things are a little bit different this way. And it doesn't help when things are dewy. It is a little slippery out here, so you gotta be careful with that too.
Yeah, hey, try and stay on your feet. That's better television.
I'll try my best.
Josh Breider, thank you very much. Nice job. We're proud. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. There's his email address, too. You can reach out there. And in honor of Forward Madison Week, a new contest. We've got some prizes for you, like a pair of tickets, an autographed team scarf, a team jersey. Those aren't cheap, and a grand prize that will be revealed tomorrow. You don't even have to answer a question. All you have to do is head over to channel3000.com and enter for a chance to win. Hey, our Coats for Kids campaign still going strong this morning, increasing from yesterday's numbers. Right now, the total is 1,339 coats. Here's a reminder of how you can help. The Community Action Coalition is in need of kid-sized winter coats. Their goal this year to hit 5,000. You can drop off any winter gear at any area Clinky Cleaners location now through October 8th. If you don't have a used coat, you can log on to channel3000.com/coats4kids. There you're going to find an Amazon wish list where you can purchase a coat. Again, making sure our community stays warm this winter. You might need to stay a little warm this morning. I saw Josh Breiter was a little bundled up earlier, Greg, but he's on the near east side. You said it's a little bit cooler over there.
Yeah, kind of to the east of Madison, we're still sitting about the mid-50s, but overall to the west, it's more low 60s, so it kind of depends right now, kind of like yesterday what we saw. Overall, we mentioned about the haze going on. We got about one more day of the haze due to smoke. Give you an idea, all these locations out here are fires that have been actively burning still. So we've gotten smoke out of there, and those underneath, they've had a lot of air quality issues, dense smoke, even some schools being canceled because of the dense smoke there. So if we zoom over here to our area, we're seeing one batch of smoke leaving. We'll probably clear out and not have much of a problem with smoke, but we still got a lot of it out there. So I'm not saying that in the future we may see it come back again. Overall, this is the front that's going to begin to work its way back, warm air ahead of it, and then that system still tracking all the precipitation to the north, northern Minnesota up to the UP. This is the one that's going to eventually make its way here, but in the meantime, we got southeasterly flow right now, turning more southerly flow, and that's where it's going to get a little bit warmer here. And that's a trend. If you look at Futurecast wide view, you can see this showers and a few thunderstorms trying to push east, but most of it's going up to the north and passing over. And eventually over time, as we get towards tomorrow, we're starting to see more of that showers starting to approach here, but they fall apart as they come through yet. So for the next couple days, it's still going to be cloud cover, more humid conditions and overall, but the rain chance is still very low until we get to Friday night. That's when we see at least some chance, but still even that's not that great. Really more towards Saturday night into Sunday. So overall, temperatures you see this morning, we start to get up about 8 a.m. We'll be into low to mid 60s, almost all the locations. We'll climb up to about noontime up to the mid upper 70s. Then afternoon, we'll get right back into the 80s degree mark, and that will be the trend for tonight too. And you see, if we go through tomorrow, that's the stuff that we're going to watch for. Maybe by Friday night, we could see some showers come through. But right now, still pretty low chances for at least Friday night. Saturday night and Sunday, that's the best shot for being a widespread rainfall. Nothing like last Sunday. And then we warm up, and then maybe a cool down towards the end of next week. But above average temperatures, at least through next Tuesday.
Okay, Greg Barnhart, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Randolph volleyball has a history of success when it comes to conference championships and regional titles, but there's one thing missing. As our Jordan Reed found, the Rockets want to hang another banner and make program history in the process.
16-time conference champions and 12-time regional champs. But there's something missing. A state championship.
It's everything we've ever wanted.
And with how Randolph ended their season last year, this group is even more determined to bring home the program's first title.
After we lost in sectionals last year, the next week they came up to me and wanted me to open the gym. They wanted to get in and start working on volleyball right away. And could tell that they knew that they had a chance and it was maybe stolen from them a little bit, and they wanted to make up for it, and this is going to be their year.
And they've got a lot working in their favor. It's a veteran group with strong senior leadership.
These older girls, they're expected to show the younger girls what it's like to play Randolph volleyball.
Plus a couple players who have recent experience playing in big moments.
Going to state for basketball, that experience, just that whole week with the team and just winning too, obviously made it much better.
They've gone through that now, so the nerves aren't there as much, and they're passing that on to the other girls. I think coming in this year, the experience we had from our last year and from the girls' state tournament team last year is really going to help us out in the long run.
A season that the Rockets are setting each other up to make history in. In Randolph, Jordan Reed, News 3 Sports.
Rockets on 3. 1, 2, 3.
1998 was the last time a volleyball match was played in the Kohl Center. That streak's going to end tomorrow when the reigning, defending national champs host Florida. Playing in big-time environments, nothing new to the Badgers, but the Kohl Center Classic going to have a different feel. It's going to be jam-packed with Wisconsin fans, and Kelly Sheffield and company can't wait for first serve come Friday night.
You step out on that court and it feels kind of similar to a Final Four court or something like that, and I think it's awesome that we get that exposure this early in the season. And in a Final Four crowd or something like that, it tends to be a little bit more neutral, and here it's going to be all Badgers.
We're all just really excited, but once it's match time, volleyball is volleyball, and we're going to be us wherever we go. We're just excited that we get our home crowd here, and it's going to be electric out there.
The Kohl Center Classic tomorrow night at 7:30. You can also catch it on Big Ten Network if you can't make it over to the Kohl Center. All right, to what's ahead on CBS Mornings now. Dana Jacobson is going to introduce us to a group of women stepping inside the ring, not just to entertain, but to overcome personal challenges. Jacobson met with Women of Wrestling CEO Jeannie Buss to learn more about the inspiring ladies she works with.
When people say it's fake, it's like, no, they're jumping from up there. Like, they may know there may be a choreography, but this is real.
This is real. These girls are no joke. This is a rare breed, and they deserve to be seen. They deserve a chance.
That story and more coming up on CBS Mornings. Ford has an all-new Mustang out, and it's not electric. The 2024 model unveiled in Detroit this week. It has a brand new body design and new engine options, but for now it's going to stick with gasoline power. Buyers will be able to choose between an improved 5.0-liter V8 engine or a 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It comes after Ford announced plans to make a hybrid version of the Mustang. They announced that back in 2017. But with its other fully electric vehicles, a Ford spokesperson says it wasn't needed in order for the automaker to meet its emission reduction targets. The Mustang, by the way, remains the last car, as opposed to a truck or SUV, that Ford sells in the U.S. It goes on sale next summer. It's 6:20 on your Thursday. Coming up in our next half hour, some breaking news on why a Madison alder says safety is his reason for resigning overnight. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
Cobus Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family, too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
My active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. Now, Skyrizi helps me get going by treating my skin and joints. Along with significantly clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Skyrizi attaches to and reduces a source of excess inflammation that can lead to skin and joint symptoms. With Skyrizi, 90% clearer skin and less joint pain is possible.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like the feeling of improving my skin and joints. And that means everything. Now's the time to talk to your doctor about how Skyrizi can help treat your psoriatic arthritis so you can get going. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Do you feel safe? Mandela Barnes would eliminate cash bail, setting accused criminals free into the community before trial. Even with shootings, robberies, carjackings, violent attacks on our police. More than 300 murders last year alone. Yet Barnes has even supported defunding the police. Mandela Barnes, he stands with them, not us. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
Well, what about the windows?
Cross something important off your list. With energy-efficient windows for just $129 a month, now is the perfect time to get your home ready for fall. And keep some cash in your pocket.
Windows for $129 a month and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
Look, it's a Dupaco. We're not a bird or a plane. We are a mighty credit union, born of thrift and laser focused on the interests of our members. Harnessing the combined power of more than 144,000 members and businesses, we work to put money back where it belongs, into your community and into your pocket, working tirelessly to help you pursue your dreams. Isn't that super? Join the movement at dupaco.com/super. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Cobus Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuston, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuston.com to apply.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. This was my morning yesterday. I have to give a shout out to Steve from Spring Green. He sent an email to the newsroom with knowledge of my reputation for loving old windows. I collect them to an extent. if you don't want to call it an addiction. It's a collection.
Hoarding.
It's hoarding. But Steve brought these in. He says these are the original window sashes from the governor's mansion here in Madison. He was helping to renovate the governor's mansion 25, 30 years ago when Tommy Thompson was governor. And they were redoing the area for his daughter's wedding. And they were just going to throw these away. So Steve held on to them in his basement for the last couple of decades and decided to give them to me. This is probably the nicest thing I've ever received. Definitely the most unique windows I will own at this point. Steve, thank you so much. Best gift. So thoughtful. I want to show you guys the collection, the hoarding, if you will. At this point, I've got about 37 in my basement. My husband is displeased. He's very sweet about it. He hangs them up around the house. He did say, for every one window I get now, I have to get rid of 2, which is painful. I love these things. I will show you folks over on social media what I do with these windows. They do look nice. Hear me out. They're beautiful, hung up around the house. I just don't have enough wall space at this point. Greg's shaking his head. You're not going to help me hang these up anytime soon there, buddy?
No. I think you got a husband for that, right?
He is a sweet man. Zach, I love you. Thanks for dealing with my neuroticism that comes with the window collecting. Okay, I'll stop obsessing. Thank you, Steve. Greg, give us a quick weather.
Basically, just the visibility issues. If you're out driving, just be wise. Otherwise, going to be warm for today again.
Stay with us, folks. More news headlines coming up right after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
iMart Express owns selection, price, and speed. Need single vision? Get 2 pairs starting under $40. Progressives, 2 pairs start under $80. Nobody beats us, guaranteed. iMart Express. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Sure feels good when you get it right. And with the #1 power toothbrush brand recommended by dental professionals, Philips Sonicare makes it easy for you to always get brushing right. Philips.
The garage door is America's new front door, so why not look at it in a whole new way? Let Precision's experienced designers come to you. Let us show you the difference a new Precision garage door can make.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Choosing a treatment for your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can be overwhelming. So ask your doctor about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. So far, more than 5 million Botox treatments have been given to over 850,000 chronic migraine patients.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, now during truck season, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
How do we make your glasses the same day? It's all done in store. Our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish, getting them back the same day. Quality, affordable glasses made in store, only at iMart Express.
Right now, new details in a Madison murder-suicide that leaves 3 children without their parents. And a competition for America's favorite pet could crown a Wisconsin animal as #1.
You may see some patchy fog during your morning commute. I'll break it down when it burns off and when our next rainfall chances come up.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. We're almost there. It's almost Friday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide. Chris Stanford has the day off. Yeah, we want to talk about that patchy fog that could impact your drive to work this morning. But first, Greg, I have to call out just a gorgeous sunrise in the area. If you haven't looked out the window yet, do so. It's beautiful.
It is. With the smoke, that's actually creating a nice sunrise. Most of the time, it's a sunset that actually looks pretty, but sometimes you get the sunrises too. So, yeah, if you're out, you can see it right now. We got probably one more day for that smoke, and then it's going to probably push to the east. But overall, we got fog issues right now. You can see a quarter mile down to a Mineral Point, 3 miles, really to the southern areas, and then it gets more dense as you get towards northern Illinois. This is Platteville. You can kind of see right now kind of a low hanging stratus cloud or more just fog in the area too. So we're going to see that for the next couple hours on and off, and then it should burn off. For your bus time, we're just looking at temperatures starting off in the mid-50s, but then slowly climbing up as we get midday around 70, and as you head back, we'll be 78 with a high about 79 degrees. Right now, temperatures mid-50s. We get to about the low 60s further southwest. We zoom in. We're pretty much in the mid-upper 50s across Dane County right now. So as we time this out, dew points have also increased. So it's going to be a little bit more humid today. So overall, 56 degrees, 53 dew point right now. We're looking at climbing up temperatures to about 73. But as we get to noon, the south wind will start picking up. And 3 things you know: fog, very warm, and then the precipitation chances come in Friday night through Sunday, and I'll update you all on this in a little bit.
Okay. Greg Barnhart, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We have some breaking news this morning. A Madison alder abruptly resigning his position overnight. This about a week after his name appeared on a leaked list of paid members of the far-right group, the Oath Keepers. Gary Halverson, formerly representing the 17th District, wrote in his resignment statement that his home was vandalized this week. He says for the safety of his family, he is choosing to resign. He went on to say he's proud of the accomplishments he made while working with the city. Halverson previously said he briefly joined the Oath Keepers in 2020 without fully vetting it. In a statement last week, he said, "I thought I joined an organization that welcomed veterans who cared about our democracy." He said he was only a member for about 2 months. We have some more breaking news. Within the last 2 hours here, the White House says it has a tentative railway agreement to avert a looming strike that would have devastated the country's supply chain. About 60,000 workers were set to go on strike after midnight tonight if their union reps didn't come to an agreement on a new contract with the rail company. The president says the tentative deal will, quote, keep our critical rail system working and avoid disruption of our economy. It's unclear if this means Amtrak will start back up its services immediately. You might remember they had preemptively canceled 3 long-distance routes to avoid those disruptions. That includes the Empire Builder route, which has stops in Milwaukee, Columbus, Portage, the Dells, and La Crosse. Amtrak says the issue here is its passenger trains share tracks with freight trains, and those tracks are owned by the railroad, so there was concern this strike would impact them. Some new information now. The Dane County Medical Examiner identifying the husband and wife involved in the murder-suicide investigation over this past weekend. Jessica Ray was found dead inside her home on the west side of Madison. The medical examiner says she was beaten and stabbed to death. Her husband, Jason Ray, the suspect here, died shortly after when he walked in front of a semi-truck on the interstate. The Rays both worked for UW Health. They leave behind 3 children. The community is stepping in to help now. Their neighbors launched a GoFundMe to help with funeral costs and support the Ray kids.
We've received countless messages from friends and family of how they can help, and this was really the best way we thought we could, so we checked with the family, and they said it was okay.
The organizers of the GoFundMe wanted to make it clear they did ask for the family's permission to speak with us. We have the link to the fundraiser and a statement from UW Health on the loss of their 2 employees. It's up right now on channel3000.com. 6:34 now. There's something special about building your own home. It's even more special when it's your first home. Well, a single mom in Dane County accomplishing both those goals this year. Springs Window Fashions is helping give back to the community by hosting a Habitat for Humanity frame-up this week, with more than 70 of their employees volunteering. The future homeowner was also there to help as part of her sweat equity.
We've never had a house before, especially being built from the ground. I've always been renting. As a single mom, it's a little difficult at times. So to have a house that I can call my own and I don't have to look for duplexes anymore or my rent's going to increase.
Right now, the foundation for the home is being dug, so the walls will go up fully in about a month here. Habitat for Humanity, by the way, has built more than 300 houses in Dane County since 1987. Happening today, a group from the University of Wisconsin will be reading an open letter speaking out against the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art and its treatment of black female artists. The Cap Times reports artists from the 2022 triennial Ain't I a Woman have been calling for the resignation of the museum's director. A number of artists have even pulled their work from being on display, citing racism there. The museum responding to the claims, they call them, quote, inappropriate and unfounded. An update now out of Milwaukee. An attorney representing the family of a man who fell to his death on a drawbridge earlier this summer is waiting for witnesses to come forward as they build a case against the city. Attorney Jay Urban held the press conference next to the Kilbourne Avenue Bridge, where the man died back on August 15th. Urban emphasized that when a person is injured or dies in a municipal setting, a lawsuit can't be filed until 120 days have passed. That's why there's been a delay here. The victim, 77-year-old Richard Charles Dujardin, can be seen on this surveillance video walking across the bridge when it started to open. He didn't make it across in time and fell 70 feet to his death. The drawbridge, by the way, is controlled by Public Works employees. The Dairy State could soon be home to America's favorite pet. The National Paws competition opened to more than just dogs and cats this year. And the animal in second place right now is right in Beloit. Armand Rahman introduces us to Nessie, the blind cow.
Nessie. What you doing there, Ness?
The Right Way Farm is full of rescued animals, but the stakes are high in Nessie's story.
Loved my dad from the second she got here so much that she didn't realize, because she's blind, that he is not a 1,200-pound cow as well. So she would run at him and get real excited when she'd hear his voice. Up, Ness. There you go.
The 5-year-old cow is blind. Last February, she was taken in after being abandoned with a deaf goat.
Nessie and her seeing eye goat Faith were also starving. Faith was with her every step of the way. She was basically attached to her hip until Nessie was comfortable to be on her own. And now they can do their own thing.
For Nessie, any time is a good time to eat, but she has to rely on sounds to know where the food exactly is.
If my dad's going in there to do something, he's got to warn Nessie, you know, I'm behind you. He does, if he sprays her, he has to make sure to put his hand on her back, let her know, hey, I'm here. I'm doing something, so that she doesn't panic.
Nessie quickly warmed up to Kaylee and her dad, loving them like any other pet would.
She's one of my best friends. I come out here when I'm sad and she makes me laugh. Right, Ness.
Now Nessie is grabbing the 2022 Paws America's Favorite Pet competition by the horns. If she wins, the Wrights plan to use the $10,000 prize to expand and improve her pen. But they hope her story can help save more animals.
A lot of people don't rescue farm animals, because most of them are used for meat or something like that, or milk, you know, but they can be a companion as well.
Because if a blind cow can be in a good mood, maybe we can all hoof it.
The little things that are going on that are upsetting me, I go, you know, it's really not that bad. It could be worse. And she's got a good spirit about it, so why shouldn't I?
In Beloit, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Hey, we're pulling forward. The competition is still in the first round that runs through September 29th. If Nessie wins that, polls open for the finals through the end of October. The winner also gets a 2-page spread in Touch magazine. We got our fingers crossed for Nessie. It's 6:38 on your Thursday. Let's take a live look outside. There's a really nice tight shot of the flex lane on the Beltline. Since it's been open, a lot of traffic just moving quite smoothly on the Beltline these days. We've certainly seen fewer issues there. Weather-wise, above normal temperatures continue through the extended forecast, but the chances for storms returning this weekend. Greg will time it out for us. And Wisconsinites are offering some help to make sure a local veteran now in her 80s can stay in her home.
And kick. Forward Madison Week continues in the 608 as photographer Mark Schilling and I are working on some skills out here at Stevens Field. When we come back, stick around.
Stoughton Health's Breast Cancer Risk Assessment can help you understand your personal breast cancer risk and strategies to reduce your risk. The screening is a free service Stoughton Health offers to help women take charge of their health.
Do you feel safe? Mandela Barnes would eliminate cash bail, setting accused criminals free into the community before trial, even with shootings, robberies, carjackings, violent attacks on our police. More than 300 murders last year alone. Yet Barnes has even supported defunding the police. Mandela Barnes, he stands with them, not us. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The 2023 Ford F-150 trucks are coming, meaning more ways to haul, tow, go, and do, and with more ways than ever to make it your own. Plus, if you order now, you'll lock in your price and lock in your rate. Do more in a 2023 Ford F-150. Custom order yours today. Lock in 2.9 for 60 and get 500 retail order bonus cash when you order a Ford F-150. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Backed by popular demand, Hy-Vee drive-through flu shot clinics. Just follow the signs in your Hy-Vee parking lot to get your flu shot right from your car. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment or prescription is necessary. Drive-through flu shots are offered on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. Or get your flu shot inside your Hy-Vee pharmacy at any time with no appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, you get a 20-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver.
There's no other place where my story is possible. My mom was a teacher. My dad worked third shift. It was our ticket to the middle class. That's the promise of America I'll fight to protect. While others send our jobs overseas, I'll bring manufacturing back, invest in our own workers, and stock our shelves with American products. And with a middle class tax cut, you'll be able to keep more of what you earn. I know the promise of America, and no one will fight harder to protect it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Stoughton Health's Breast Cancer Risk Assessment can help you understand your personal breast cancer risk and strategies to reduce your risk. The screening is a free service Stoughton Health offers to help women take charge of their health.
With more yard signs popping up for candidates and causes, News 3 Now's Will Keneally lets you know the do's and don'ts of posting yard signs and shows you a local group that's making an impression with their own yard signs. Tonight at 6.
It all comes down to the final drive. News 3 Now brings you the big play highlights and scores from Southern Wisconsin high school football action. Don't miss the final drive. Fridays on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. It's our final day of Forward Madison Week in the 608. Josh Breider joining us live back on Stevens Field, showing off. I saw some pretty cool skills there, Josh. I'm impressed.
Hey, and photojournalist Mark Schilling getting into the fun this morning, too. He had to do a little bit. He's like, oh, stop. Hey, he did great there. That's not easy when you're working the camera and doing some kicking out here. But, hey, we're having a lot of fun working on some skills, and this has been such a fun week to be able to highlight what makes Forward Madison so unique here in the 608. And I've got a treat for you this morning. One of the players, Eric Leonard, up early with us. Eric, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, too.
So, first off, you're like one of the OG members because you were here right when Forward Madison came to town. I mean, that's pretty special in itself.
Sure. Yeah, it was, man, back in 2019, feels like 10 years ago, but really excited to be a part of such an amazing club with a culture that is so rooted deep in Madison.
So this has been an exciting year for you guys, and the support honestly keeps building for you here, too.
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about this club is that it's almost a sellout every time, and you don't see that much in especially our division, USL League One, and we almost have 5,000 people here every single weekend, and that's something special to be a part of.
Yeah, and I think you guys have had a couple of record turnouts, too, which is pretty cool.
We have. Actually, I think two weekends ago, we had our record turnout. So, like I said, the fans here are incredible. The community is amazing. I mean, it's incredible.
So the season has been great so far. You guys still have a few more times to be able to come out here to Stevens and check you out, too.
We have 3 more home games that are here, and believe me, we need their support. So really looking forward to seeing everybody out here.
Okay, so we've been doing some work. Obviously,
an
hour ago when you were out here with me, I did miss the goal.
That's okay. They didn't see what happened off camera.
They didn't see what happened off camera. So what are we going to do now, Eric?
So I'm a defender. defender.
Okay.
So we're going to do a little 1v1 attacking. You're going to be the attacker.
All right.
Super easy, all right? So you're going to be passing it to me, moving around the cones, and then shooting on the goal. We're going to see if we can get it this
Let's
time.
hope so, right?
All right, are you
Live
ready?
TV, I'm ready.
All right, back to me.
Here we go.
Perfect. Back to me again. Perfect. And then you're going to come at me now.
All right.
Take a touch. And then in the goal. Yes! Let's
I almost
go.
tripped.
It's okay, no
but
problem.
We did it.
We
Hey,
did it.
We're ending with a bang this morning. Oh, they want one more. We're going to do it again.
They want
We're
one
gonna
more.
do it
They
again.
want one more. All right, ready? Boom, right back. I love it. Yep, right back.
I think I'm getting better
It's
at
okay.
this, too.
Now come at me. Perfect with the touch.
Oh, boy.
How's that left foot?
Oh,
there it is.
oh I almost knocked it over.
Let's
Look at
go.
that.
2 for 2. That's how we do it here.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. And obviously, I mean, it takes a lot of work. Obviously, I'm like out of breath doing that, but it's a lot of training that goes into just what you get to see here as far as the matches go.
Yeah, it's just, it's everyday preparation. Like I told you, from like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., we've got the guys out here preparing so we can perform well on the weekend. It's a lot of preparation, but at the end, you put the work in on the field, and hopefully the fans can see it on the weekend.
All right, well, Eric, thank you so much. Appreciate your time this morning. Hopefully, I'm getting better every single time.
You are. You might be out there with us soon.
Oh, boy. I don't know about that. But thanks. We've been having so much fun out here this weekly. If you want to learn more about Forward Madison and the rest of the season, again, they have family night coming up this Saturday here at Breese-Stevens. It's a 5 o'clock match, so it's a little bit earlier, so you can bring the whole family out here and have some fun. You can tell I'm like out of breath. My cardio is not at the speed for these soccer players out here, Leah. We're having a lot of fun.
That's not true. I've seen your cardio skills. I know they're top notch. Josh, I think you got better as the morning went on. That was really impressive.
You know, it took a little practice. You didn't see me in between the live shots being like, okay, Josh, you can't make a fool of yourself and fall flat on your face like you did out on the softball field. So we're getting better, folks. We're getting better.
We don't talk about softball and Josh here. We don't talk about that.
We don't like that. We don't like to talk about that.
Josh and soccer, though, a totally different story. Josh, thank you very much. Very impressive this morning. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. We can reach out to him on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or via email. It's the best way to get a hold of him. He gets a lot of his story ideas from you folks, so don't be afraid to touch base. And in honor of Forward Madison Week, a new contest. Prizes include a pair of tickets, an autographs team scarf, a team jersey, and a grand prize we're going to reveal tomorrow. You don't even have to answer a question. All you have to do is log on to channel3000.com and enter for a chance to win. All right, let's turn it over to Greg Barnhart now with your certified most accurate first warn weather. Looking at that smoke that's causing a beautiful sunrise.
Yeah,
Greg.
we actually in the last big batch of smoke here coming through. You can see the picture of them on the other side here. Basically, you can see that is the area that we're getting the real smoke right now. We're going to see a break, as you can see this model depicts right now, because out west where all the fires were burning, there still are, but they've had a front come through, rainfall, so they're not actively burning and producing much smoke. So we're going to see a break. The more active one is towards California right now. So you can see over time we're going to see some of that improve. Obviously, we're going to have cloud cover, rain coming in too. But enjoy the sunrise. We could have a good, decent sunset, but the sunrise is probably going to be the best we've seen in quite a long time. So as you see, all this action right near to the west is kind of disorganized mess, but that's our rain chances coming over time. Nothing really significant, nothing strong, but that's what's going to eventually creep our way through here. But ahead of it, we're actually going to warm up. So you can see temperatures today, we're looking like the low 80s, maybe even a mid 80 in far southwestern Wisconsin. As we get towards the Madison, around 80, and then further east towards the lake, you're actually going to cool off a little bit, so it's only mid to upper 70s. Futurecast wide view shows all that precipitation staying to the west. We're still under southerly flow right now through today, so we're going to see a few more cloud cover. The wind's going to start picking up. Humidity levels will start increasing too, but that main system's still going to be to the west. It's going to kind of lift it to the north, or if it tries to work its way through here, which kind of does happen as we get towards Friday afternoon, Friday evening, it kind of falls apart and we just get cloud cover. Most of the shower activity stays well to the south. This is what we're going to watch for the Saturday night developing. That has a better shot at actually producing rainfall for the area. So we see today we're going to climb up to about mid 70s by noon. Then we're going to start seeing temperatures top off about the low 80s like we mentioned. Winds will start picking up 10 to 15 out of the south. And then overnight as we drop back down, we'll see temperatures holding on a little bit more, probably more mid 60s than we had overnight, low 60s this morning, or even upper 50s too. And then tomorrow, once again, warming conditions again will probably be maybe a degree or two warmer. And then there's that rain that's trying to come in, but that'll be more Saturday. This is more cloud cover probably for Friday night and Saturday. So that's the chance. It's going to be really Saturday night into Sunday. Still nothing like we saw last Sunday, but still it's going to be rain chances for, could be impact your weekend plans. And then we're going to warm up briefly Tuesday. maybe mid-80s, and then the big cool down comes potentially by the end of next week, more fall or even below average temperatures.
All right, Greg Barnhart, thank you very much. 6:49, an Air Force vet in Sheboygan getting a helping hand on some fixes to her home. 83-year-old Darlene Press served back in the 1950s. It's been 10 years now since her home got a little TLC. So the Sheboygan County affiliate for the group Rebuilding Together fixed up her house, get this, for free.
It means I can still stay in my house and I feel safe in my house.
We are so glad she gets to stay at home. The group helped with painting, general repairs. They even added some new windows. Most of this work was finished yesterday. Well deserved for that 83-year-old veteran. 6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, the top headlines you need to know before you head out the door this morning. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know. We'd love to celebrate their birthday right here on News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening right now. Save up to 78% off clearance items, plus fast delivery on millions of in-stock products, and low monthly payments with special financing. It's the Labor Day sale, and it's happening now, only at Ashley.
By some measures, our economy is doing great. We've reached the lowest unemployment in state history. We have a record budget surplus. But there's another side, too. Rising prices for groceries, gas, and medications. Folks, that's a problem. That's why I have a plan to cap prescription drug prices, aggressively prosecute price gouging, and cut taxes by another 10% for working families. It's the right thing to do for Wisconsin and our economy.
Very loud. It sounds like a bull running through a china shop. I don't know what else to say.
People don't realize how nice a door can run until they get it serviced. It's whisper quiet. Your neighbors will thank you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
They say a good steak shouldn't be covered in sauce. That's why this prime rib is covered in fire-roasted peppers and provolone. But if you want sauce, it's in the bag. Arby's, we have the meat.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In the Oregon area, contact Tarkenton Brothers Heating and Sheet Metal for quality comfort solutions.
First, we found out that Radical Tim Michael supports Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban.
But you wouldn't support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct. Now we found out his foundation funds a group working to outlaw birth control and ban abortion, even to save the life of the mother. And his family foundation funds a group that uses cell phone data to track women if they go to abortion centers. Vote no on Radical Tim Michaels.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening now. Save up to $1,000 on Serta, up to $800 on Purple, and up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic, plus special financing for 60 months and fast delivery. The Labor Day sale is happening now, only at Ashley.
Find your new e-bicycle at Machinery Row Bicycles.
Welcome back at 6:53. Time for the morning sprint. New Marquette Law School poll numbers show how tight the upcoming midterms are here in Wisconsin. For U.S. Senate, Republican Senator Ron Johnson now hanging on to a small lead. You can see here 49 to 48%. That flipped these two since the last poll. The results are well within the 4.9% margin of error, though. For Wisconsin governor, you can see that graphic up on channel3000.com, but polls still show a virtual toss-up between Governor Evers and Republican challenger Tim Michaels. The governor with a slim lead, again, very much within that margin of error. Across the pond, hundreds of thousands of mourners are paying their respects to Queen Elizabeth II as her coffin lies in state in Westminster Hall until her funeral on Monday. Today, King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla will travel to Wales. The trip will complete the King's plan to visit all 4 nations of the United Kingdom as its new monarch. Back home, Madison fire crews were delayed in getting crash victims to the hospital after a school bus caught fire with kids on board. The 2-vehicle crash happened Tuesday on South Gammon Road. While crews were responding to the crash, a school bus full of middle school kids pulled over nearby. Smoke was seen coming from the rearview mirror. The bus was evacuated. The bus driver was able to put out the fire. No students, luckily, were injured there. In Milwaukee, Bucks star Bobby Portis making a big impact off the court this week. He's partnering with Feeding America, donating $25,000 to the organization. That's going to create 100,000 meals for those in need right here in Wisconsin. He's also becoming a brand ambassador for the organization.
To meet the needs of individuals who might not have the wherewithal or the capacity to get to a clinic to get their vaccine. And so we are trying very hard to go where people are in order to offer these services.
That's exactly what they're doing. SSM Health and others hosting a special COVID vaccine clinic as part of the Cap Times Idea Fest. The festival is a week-long event highlighting ideas and innovations in and beyond Madison. Anyone ages 5 and older who are in attendance can get a vaccine. Speaking of, more progress on the COVID front as the World Health Organization says deaths worldwide last week from the virus were the lowest reported since March of 2020. The WHO says the Omicron subvariant BA.5 continues to dominate globally. Here in Dane County, community spread is still at a low level. We have a 7-day average of 185 new cases. Singer R. Kelly, officially guilty of producing child pornography and enticing girls for sex after a federal jury ruling in Chicago. He was found not guilty of trying to rig a 2008 child pornography case that ended with his acquittal. A U.S. attorney says Kelly will face between 10 and 90 years in prison in this case. The 55-year-old already serving a 30-year sentence for different charges in New York.
And we got visibility issues that are still occurring as you're on like US 151 heading down to Dubuque could be one of the main routes that's actually being impacted with the visibility. Should all improve while we get this morning. Overall, we're going to about 78 degrees, hazy sunshine with the smoke still out there. And then for your bus forecast, no issues going on right now. We're going to see climbing up to about 70 at midday and then going home about upper 70s. And then overall, the precipitation chances coming up starting next Friday. Excuse me, not next Friday, it's Saturday and Sunday.
Greg, thank you. Enjoy that sunrise, folks. We're back in half an hour.